Welcome back to Cooking with Matt. I am Matt. We're going to be cooking, well, right here in the kitchen. No barbecue this time. We're going to be doing some sauteed shrimp. But before we get into that, there's been a little bit of feedback on the content that I've been putting out. One thing I'd like everybody to know is that I am on the carnivore diet. What you see me cooking on this channel, that is strictly one part of a meal. To be truly healthy, you need to have a well-balanced diet with the 4 major food groups. So please, if you see a steak, don't pile up with just steak. Have yourself a well-balanced diet. Now, as I said, we're going to be doing some sauteed shrimp, but before we get into that, we want to take a little word from our we don't have a sponsor? I guess we don't have a sponsor, folks, so forget what you just saw. Now, first, what we're going to start off by doing is taking a skillet right on the burner and bringing it to a medium, maybe a medium high heat, and take 1 stick of butter. And we're going to melt that butter. Now, as the butter is melting, what you're going to want to do is put your seasoning of garlic powder, and onion powder. Then you're going to grab your shrimp that have already been deveined, deturted, however you want to put it, right directly into the butter in a single layer. You're going to let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, or until it is nice and opaque, and then you're going to flip it. So see you at flipping time. So with the tongs, you're going to flip them, each and every shrimp. Now, the biggest thing you'd want to make sure is that you're not overcooking it, because then it just really becomes rubbery, maybe even a little bit tough. So once we have it flipped, we'll show you the next step, which is totally an optional step that we here at Cooking with Matt definitely go for. So we're going to fast forward now, and we will see you when it's time to take it out. So we welcome you back now, and you can see the shrimp is pretty I don't want to say well done because it's not a well done kind of meal or dish, but they are cooked through. You see how the whites are poking out. The reddish parts of a shrimp are nice and opaque. So we're going to take them out and put it in a single layer on a separate dish. For our next step, which is what I originally said was an optional step. However, in this kitchen, there's no option to it. It is pretty much a mandated step. And that is a light dusting of paprika. A little bit stuck in there, but there we go. You don't want to put too much and give it too much of a kick, just enough to add a little extra coloring on it. And with the same butter from the first go round, we will finish up this 2 pounds of shrimp. Going with the same single layer. Three-minute time until you see the whites and opaqueness of the shrimp. So with that, we are going to turn the heat off and take this last batch of shrimp out of the butter. We can now layer it as the bottom, what will become the bottom layer, has absorbed what it's going to absorb, and we'll also take in some of the heat as it's been cooling for a few minutes while the second batch was getting cooked. So it'll take some of the heat and make sure that your meal will be nice and warm all around for everybody who are going to enjoy it. Now you may ask yourself, what about the extra butter? As tempting as it may sound, the butter with garlic and onion powder in it, as tempting as it may sound, please do not start sucking it up with a straw. We have a little something once we get the paprika on the second batch. And all you're going to do is take, not all of it, just a little bit, and drizzle it on top to get that extra garlic and oniony flavor. So once again, we would like to thank our sponsor. No? Are you sure we still don't have a sponsor? All right, well, according to our producer, we still don't have a sponsor. So just remember, if you don't have a sponsor and you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.